So today we're going to be testing out a brand new concealer that's supposed to do it all. It's supposed to be creaseless, smoothing, plumping, and hydrating. It's also packed with a lot of skincare ingredients. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. You guys, I am so excited for this brand new concealer. It's supposed to do it all. It's actually from IT Cosmetics and it just recently launched and I couldn't wait to test it out on my 58-year-old skin. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. So how are you guys doing? I have the hair pinned back, but of course we have to get the little bangs out of the way. I hope you're having a great week. It was tax season and I hope you got your taxes done. Of course, in true Kat fashion, I did it 2 days before the due date. I know, nothing like waiting till the last minute, but we're not waiting till the last minute about this new concealer from IT Cosmetics. It is the Do It All Radiant Concealer. It sounds like the perfect concealer for mature eyes, whether you're 20 or 40 or 60 or 80. This sounds incredible and I've been testing it out this week so I could give you a good informed decision, but I need your help because I'm not sure if this is the best concealer, so be sure you watch till the end to see if this is the perfect concealer for us. So I've already taken the liberty of applying my primer today, and today I use the Maybelline Poreless Jelly Primer. I reviewed a bunch of Maybelline products last week and actually have been really enjoying this Poreless Jelly Primer. It's super hydrating and smoothing and it's so affordable. I actually quite like it. For foundation today, I'm gonna roll with IT Cosmetics and I'm gonna be using the CC+Nude Glow Color Correcting Medium Coverage Skin Tint. Now this has an SPF of 40 and it just provides a beautiful smooth complexion. And I'm in the shade Light and I do enjoy IT Cosmetics products, especially their sun blush. And let's just go ahead and apply the foundation to the center of the face. This is such a beautiful formula, very skin-like. It has the benefits of an SPF of 40. It is another hot, steamy day here in Tennessee. And I figured since it's going to be really sunny today, that I would use a skin tint with an SPF. Now, if you're new to my channel, I am 58 years old. I do have hyperpigmentation, melasma, fine lines, wrinkles, pores, texture, and a little bit of redness. So we're just applying this beautiful skin tint. Oh yeah, this is so pretty. Okay, foundation is on. Let's read up on this new Do It All Radiant Concealer from IT Cosmetics. It retails for $30 and it comes in 26 shades. This was actually sent to me in PR and I'm so grateful, but I'm definitely gonna give you an honest opinion just because it was sent to me for free. I'm gonna really put it through the test. The biggest claim is that it's supposed to be crease resistant and a bendable formula. At first I thought it was blendable, but it's actually said bendable. We all have lines under that delicate under eye area, and one of the biggest concerns I think everyone is afraid of, is it going to crease? Is it going to settle into those tiny delicate lines? Well, this is supposed to not crease. It's supposed to be a creaseless formula. Also, it's supposed to be smoothing and plumping as well as hydrating. They sent me 2 shades, light, medium, neutral, and light neutral. What's interesting is the actual component, but as you can see, it has a sponge tip applicator right through there and you're supposed to twist it from the bottom. Now when it's brand new, you're literally twisting for at least a minute for the product to come up, but once it comes out, it is so liquidy, so thin in consistency. It is the true definition of a serum concealer. Now, some of my favorite concealers are serum concealers like the Say Slip Tint Concealer. You know that is my holy grail. It is so beautiful and hydrating at the same time. I also love the Sarah Creal Face Flex Concealer, but we all know that is super expensive. And let's go ahead and twist it up and I'm gonna show you how it works. I'm just gonna twist it up. Last time I was twisting, it just popped out a bunch. See how it pops out through the top? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it on my fingertips like that. And we're gonna start right under the delicate under eye area and just tap a tiny bit right through there. I mean, technically, I guess I could use the sponge, but I don't want to put too much on. You know me. I want to use it sparingly because it's always better to put too little than too much. Does that make sense? Okay. And then a little bit under my nose. And if you were with me last week, my nose is doing so much better. The allergies are better. Thank goodness. I still have a little bit of redness, so this will be a good opportunity to test out this concealer. I know it looks like a lot, but it's not, trust me. When I first felt the concealer, it is super thin in consistency, so I'm just tapping it in right through here and then gently tapping it under my under eye area. I have a very dry under eye area, so I love a serum concealer that's thin in consistency, and I figured this would be perfect. And whatever's left over on my fingertips, I'm just gonna go ahead and take it up to my eyes and just gently tap it in and around my nose. Ooh, yeah. This is so easy to tap in. And when it's bendable, I'm assuming when you smile, when you laugh, when you cry, it's gonna move with your skin. And that's what I wanna see, if it will move with my skin and not settle into those fine lines. Now they did send me a new concealer brush. This is super exciting. It is called their new airbrushed angled concealer brush number 148, but it is super soft, and as you can see, it's on an angle. With this concealer, you really don't need a brush, in my opinion, because it is super thin in consistency, and it really does lay so beautifully on the skin. Right through there. I like how it feels on the under eye area. It feels hydrating, it feels light. It's almost undetectable. Indetectable? Undetectable. But it feels so hydrating. If you have a dry under eye like me, you would probably love this. Now, if you have an more oilier complexion, may not be for you, but I don't know. Let's turn down the lights to 20% and see exactly how this is looking. It is definitely plumping and hydrating, but it doesn't feel overly dewy or greasy or anything like that. That's why I love serum concealers. They're so easy to apply and they just kind of melt into the skin. I know it's concealer and I rarely do this, but I'm gonna tap on just a bit more and kind of like where my hyperpigmentation is, right below the under eye area. See if we can brighten that up. And along with niacinamide, it also includes hyaluronic acid in the formula, as well as vitamin B5 and vitamin E. So yeah, this is a beautiful formula. Look how pretty that is. But this is the light medium, and I wanted to swatch it for you. You can actually use it all over the complexion, but that is light medium, and this is the light neutral swatch. So kind of a difference right through there. Incidentally, I did use light medium under my eyes yesterday, and it was a really good match. If you want to brighten up that under eye area, use a shade lighter than your foundation to brighten up that under eye area. What do you think, guys? I think this is very promising. So let's go ahead and apply the rest of the makeup. Now for bronzer, I'm gonna use an oldie but goodie. This is from Too Faced. It is their Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer. And I just love the packaging. I love how it looks. It has been one of my favorites. You know I love this, and I love how it smells. It still smells like cocoa, and we're just applying it just to have a little bit of warmth to the skin. The IT Cosmetics CC Nude Glow is so hydrating and so dewy. I like to set it with powdered products, and since it's gonna get up into the 80s today, oh my gosh, love this warm weather. I want something to set the complexion in place. So this is working out beautifully. And then for blush today, I'm gonna be using the Sun Blush from IT Cosmetics. They sent me a new shade. This is in the shade Sun Blossom. This is a combination highlighter / cream blush. And I just fell in love with the formula. And this is what it looks like. It's a little deeper than Sun Blossom. This feels so silky smooth, like a butter, seriously. And this is a beautiful coral shade. And it has this amazing ability to actually smooth out the complexion at the same time. I don't know what's in this blush, but it is absolutely stunning, and it's super easy to apply, and it just adds a natural radiance to the complexion. You cannot go wrong with these sun blushes from IT Cosmetics. They're just a beautiful formula, especially for mature skin. It's not going to show any texture. It's not glittery or shimmery. And it just adds that beautiful luminosity to the complexion. And then across the bridge of the nose for that sun blushed look. Oh yeah, sun blush. This looks really nice so far. The complexion looks healthy and plump and juicy. And let's go ahead and contour the nose with the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer. And just like that. Okay, nose is contoured. We're looking good. So what I want to do next is I'm going to go ahead and do a quick eyeshadow look, and then we will finish off the look. Okay, eyes are done. I just did a really simple eyeshadow look with the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyeshadow Palette. But this is, which one? Where did it go? Ethereal Eyes Eyeshadow Palette in Moonlight. I reviewed this several months ago. It's been sitting up here, but for some reason I wanted to go in with this deep navy blue, and I did it in the crease. I went for something a little different today. For some reason I just felt like wearing blue eyeshadow today. I guess it's the blue vest. I don't know, but very simple eyeshadow look, a deep eyeshadow look with the blue. I figured, what better way to see if there's fallout? Well, there probably will be fallout with this eyeshadow, but then we can see it on the under eye area and see how the concealer is holding up. That is my method to my madness. And sometimes when you are testing out a new concealer, it's often good to see if it's really going to stay in place and if other makeup products are going to transfer on there. So yeah, well, that's what we're going to do today. But I do want to set one side of my under eye area with a powder just because it is super dewy and hydrating. Maybe it offsets the purpose of it being radiant. And today we're going to go in with the new Wet n Wild loose powder in soft pink. I reviewed it a couple of weeks ago, and actually I've been really loving it. I have a little bit in the lid right through here, and then tap off the excess. Make sure I get a decent amount on there. And then, is that a big cat hair? Yeah. And we're gonna set just this side. It has a soft pink color to brighten up that under eye area, but it really is smoothing, and I really want to give this concealer a fair chance. I want to try it with a setting powder and without. So one side is powdered, and I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just brush off the excess powder so it doesn't settle into fine lines and really blur everything out. One side with powder, the other side without. We're gonna see how they compete against each other. Is this gonna settle into our fine lines? I don't know, but let's go ahead and do lips. And I'm just gonna go in with my favorite, with the e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip. You guys must get so sick of me using this, but it's so good. The Cream Glide Lip Liner from e.l.f. in the shade Mauve-Side. And we're just gonna go on top of it with a lip gloss from Milani. It is their Amore Shine in the shade Crush. It's a nice neutral shade. And let's go ahead and apply it. And here we are with the final look. You guys, I'm so excited for this new concealer because I am always on the hunt for a good concealer that's not gonna settle into those fine lines, that's gonna be hydrating for my drier under eye, that's going to plump and smooth and also have some skin loving ingredients. So let's go ahead and turn the lights down to 20% and see how everything is coming together. To me, the consistency, the formula, it feels like I'm not wearing any sort of concealer on at all. Like I said, undetectable. Indetectable? Oh my God. Let me know down in the comments, and usually I'm really good with my English. So yeah, it does look super smoothing, super plumping, and it feels weightless. It feels like there's nothing there under this under eye area. But remember, we did powder this side, so we'll see how that holds up. And this side, it's gonna go au naturel today. So I do have to run a lot of errands today. I have to pick up groceries for Easter Sunday dinner. And yeah, so let's go out in natural daylight and see exactly how this is looking. Okay, and here we are in natural daylight. It's actually been about 3.5 hours since we first applied the Do It All Radiant Concealer from IT Cosmetics. And I'm so glad that I powdered one side and I didn't on the other side, because it's so dewy to the point where even my mascara, a little bit of the eyeliner is kind of transferring. So it's, like I said, super hydrating. But the side that was lightly powdered with the Wet n Wild loose powder, the soft pink powder, did exquisite. So it's still smooth, it's still hydrated, but since it's 85 degrees out and it is so warm and humid, that's what happens. Because now that it's getting warmer, I like to set my makeup just a tiny bit just so it stays in place. Now, if it's still cooler or cold in the area that you're living in, this would be so ideal. But keep in mind, I like to make adjustments to my makeup hinging on the weather. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. So yeah, see how it's slightly, and probably no fault of the mascara. It's because it's super dewy, or maybe it's the fault of the mascara. I'm wearing the Angel Push-Up Mascara from Maybelline. Love that mascara, by the way, but just a little bit of transfer right through there. I'm not angry at it. I'm sure you could just blot it away. Definitely with this concealer, it helps to powder it just a tiny bit. But let's get up close and personal and see how this is looking. Super beautiful day here. I love the hot weather, but makeup, it's a great day to test out makeup to see how it's going to react to the elements. But yeah, this is how we're looking at 3.5 hours. I actually do like it though, but yeah, definitely need to powder it, especially when it gets hot and humid. So yay. I'll do another check-in with you in just a few. Is it the concealer's fault? Is it the mascara's fault? Okay. Welcome back. It has been over 6 hours since we first applied the Do It All Radiant Concealer from IT Cosmetics. Faye and I just got back from a walk around the neighborhood. Oh my gosh, is my corgi the only one that likes to poop in the middle of the street? It's so strange. Of course I have my doggy bag, so I cleaned up her poop and everything, but it is 86 degrees out and I am sweating, but it feels good, you know what I mean? But I'm looking in the mirror and I'm probably faulting the eyeliner or my mascara. It's smudged big time, which I'm not faulting the concealer. It's probably the mascara or the eyeliner. I may have to start investing in waterproof mascara. Nowadays, when I wear just, what do they call it? It's the non-waterproof mascara, the washable mascara. I don't care what kind it is. Now it's always like smearing under my eyes, and I'm not crying, I promise. I don't know what's going on here. So now I'm thinking I'll just have to switch back to tubing mascara or a watermelon. Watermelon? I promise I haven't had any wine yet. Waterproof mascara. So let's focus on the concealer, okay? This is the side we powdered on. That looks nice and smooth. This is the side that we did not powder. Forgive the eyeliner, forgive the mascara for whatever it is. It still looks smooth. And I did a little bit more research on this actual concealer. It's touting medium radiant coverage. I don't think it's radiant per se. I would just say it's a nice satin finish if I had to compare it to like a foundation, but it just is really smooth on the skin and kind of plumping. The blush, I don't know if it's because I sweated, but the blush is gone, but we're not reviewing the blush here. I want to add a little bit of color back to my cheeks just for fun, and I'm going to go in with the RMS Beauty Redimension Hydra Powder Blush. This is in the shade Prosecco Fizz. Love this shade. It's very summery, very corally and springy. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit of that blush and just pop it right there. This too is like a very hydrating powder blush that I absolutely love. You know, I'm a huge fan of Rosemary Swift RMS Beauty. Love this formula. I'm going to pull the hair up off my neck. Yeah, it's hot. This feels so much better. Okay, so I had to pull the hair back, but this looks really good. A little pop of the blush. It really does look smooth through here. Nice medium coverage. It, like I said, it's undetectable. I can't feel it on my skin. It just feels so lightweight. Yeah, I like it. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty good. What do you think? So yeah, I will check back with you in a few. Oh, it's been over 8 hours since we first applied the Do It All Radiant Concealer from IT Cosmetics, and it's been a long day and another long day ahead of me. We got all the ingredients for our Easter dinner, and I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. But let's take a look at the complexion, especially the under eye area, and see how the concealer fared throughout the day. So let's go ahead and bump the lights down to 20% and see what it looks like. So I had to pull my hair back. It was so hot today. 86 degrees was the high, and I did sweat quite a bit. And maybe that's why my mascara on, who knows. But It really does look smooth through here, and it really is comfortable on the under eye area. Super hydrating. Remember, it's infused with so many skincare ingredients like niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and the first ingredient is water. So you know it's going to be a super thin consistency. So let's go ahead and take a close-up look at how the concealer is performing. I really do like it. It blended out easily. Is it bendable? It does move with your skin. I don't see it creasing under my fine lines. This is really exciting. It has been the third day since I tested it out. I was kind of on the fence the first couple of days because I wasn't doing a lot of check-ins, but today I really kept a close eye on it, and it was fantastic because it was super hot out. But now I know if you want to stay in place in terms of hot, humid weather, and you have kind of like an oilier complexion, definitely powder it down, and the Wet n Wild loose setting powder did a fantastic job doing that. However, if you're in a colder climate and it's still not summery spring yet, it's perfect just by itself. It's perfect just by itself. I do like the sponge tip applicator, but instead of applying it directly underneath the eyes, I just like to take my finger and tap it in there. It's an easier way to control how much comes out. I definitely recommend it, especially if you have a drier under eye, if you have dark circles. Now remember, it retails for $30 and it comes in 26 shades. I'm in the shade light neutral and also the shade light medium neutral, which I think once I get tan over the summer, that will be the perfect summer shade for me. But yeah, so what do you think, guys? Are you thinking about picking up this new concealer that does it all from IT Cosmetics? Let me know down in the comments. With all those skin-loving ingredients and that beautiful silky finish, I think this would be fantastic if you're over 40 or over 50, 60, 70. Heck, it doesn't matter. It's not going to settle into your fine lines. I actually really love it. And thank you for hanging out with me today and letting me go through this process. You know I love testing out makeup for our mature skin. And this third day really convinced me how beautiful this concealer is. So yeah. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah, mahal kita. I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.